this summer. So what kind of drugs will be used to treat the coronavirus? Here with me now, Tom Equals. He is the president and CEO of AIM Immunotech. It's an immunopharma company that has filed patents to test its drugs as therapy for the coronavirus. Welcome to the show.
Oh, good evening, Kennedy. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
So tell me, what technology do you have right now that can help people who are infected with the coronavirus?
Well, our drug Ampligen is a double-stranded RNA that's a very powerful immunomodulator. And it has shown a demonstrated efficacy in animal experiments that were conducted after the SARS outbreak in China in 2003. The testing that was done then was utilizing Ampligen and a number of other antivirals as in prophylactic or protective therapy as well as an early onset therapy. And Ampligen was the only one that demonstrated 100% protective survival.
And that was for SARS. So let me ask you this.
SARS is a very similar coronavirus.
Okay, so SARS is also a coronavirus. So in that way, they're related. Have you tested Ampligen on coronavirus patients yet? Have you gotten to that point?
Well, what we're doing is the first thing we did is we analyzed the genetic sequences, and in the key genetic sequences that relate to pathogenesis, or the ability of the disease to replicate and grow and spread in the community, SARS and the Wuhan coronavirus that they now call COVID-19 are almost identical, which led us to believe that 100% protection that we were seeing in our SARS experiments, and these were NIH paid for experiments after the SARS epidemic. Our own government funded those experiments. That led us to believe that Ampligen could play a role as a protective or prophylaxis, as well as early onset therapeutic in the Wuhan coronavirus.
And I think that's very interesting, and I know that's where part of the treatment is going. So there are two things here. There's obviously the race for a vaccine, but also modifying some of these treatments that have been used for other deadly viruses like SARS and Ebola. Which is going to come out first, and which will be more helpful to a much bigger part of the population, the vaccines or the prophylactics?
Well, in an epidemic and what is approaching a pandemic now, you have two different concepts at play. Ampligen, our drug, has a very well-developed safety profile, and it's approved for commercial use in certain countries, and the FDA allows it to be used in clinical trials.
How long will it take for that to be ready for mass consumption?
Well, what we're doing is we're now moving in China and in Japan for testing of Ampligen against the coronavirus, beginning with in vitro experiments and then proceeding as rapidly as possible into clinical experimentation.
They don't have an FDA there in China. I know that for a fact because of what they're doing with poor Uyghurs. But that's also
actually, Kennedy, they do have something like the FDA, except that they're in an emergency mode now, so they have to move quickly.
Absolutely,
and that may be people infected.
That may be good news for us ultimately. Because if this is how we get more drugs and more treatments on the market, it will be better for billions of people across the globe. Thank you so much, Thomas.
Well, we look forward to helping in this battle against this deadly disease.
Well, good for you. And your therapy is very, very interesting, and we hope to hear more about it. Unfortunately, 6 Americans, absolutely, come back soon, please. 6 Americans have now died. Nearly 100 have been confirmed